Hey everyone, I'm Army Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Monster Legends comparison series. If you want to be a part of the comparison series, you have to be on Discord. If you don't know what Discord is, well, you could have Googled that. But anyways, if you do know what Discord is, there's a link in the description below. You can join the community. I think you have to be a member for 10 minutes before you can actually post, which is fine because this stream normally lasts around an hour. So if you want to join the conversation, if you want to give your opinion, today we are comparing Ouros and Tankerion, and we're trying to figure out who is better. And there are so many different ways to interpret that question. Better for offense, better for defense, better overall, better for player versus player, better for team wars. The way I'm asking it is just who is better overall. So whatever that means to you, you can take into account the stats, the skills. There's just really so much you can do. So anyways, there's only like 3 main rules I have. The first of which is that if you're gonna be on live, this time we're gonna do something differently. Actually, I should have started with that. Unlike other times where it's a one-on-one conversation with me and another person, I'm gonna be bringing 2 people who think that the different monsters are better, and they're gonna debate with each other, and we'll see how that goes. We've done it in the past before, and we'll see if you guys like it more, or we can just go back to the one-on-one. But yeah, so because of that, if you disagree with someone, just please be respectful. Everyone has different opinions. Everyone plays the game differently, so no bashing on someone just because they have a different point of view than you. That's my main rule. And also, if you call here to troll, or if you call here to just say something really weird and random on live, I'm probably gonna kick you out and just ban you. So I said 3 rules. I think that's the only 2 rules. I'm probably forgetting something else, but that's fine. Anyways, link in the description to Discord. We're gonna get stuff started. I'll start off by saying Ouros has a power of 3498, life of 40,112, and a speed of 2,772, whereas Tankerion has a power of 3,454, a life of 41,017, and a speed of 3,091. So Tankerion is faster, has more life, and is just slightly weaker in terms of power. Anyhow, let's get this started. Let me bring on the first person. Oh, by the way, if you're looking at the screen right now, you can see my name right now. It's glowing up green every time I talk. It says live now, and right above me it says you're next. That's where I'm gonna let people know that I'm gonna bring them up. For example, now you can see, or you can't see the name, but it says I like both Armor Sun, and I'm also gonna put in, let me put in Jack. So you can see them, and then that way they know they're gonna go up next. So that's how it works. So let's get this started. Let me turn this on, and everything is hopefully good. Let's see. Hello, you're on live.
Oh whoa, I never realized. Thanks,
Let me bring out one more person. All right, awesome. Jack, are you there?
Hello.
It's my line. Jack?
Yeah, I'm your son. I'm gonna take that line.
Jack, are you there?
I'm gonna give him another 2 more minutes because that's what he did with Ruby.
I gave her 5 minutes, thank you. Alright, we'll see.
But you're biased. Oh, biased.
We'll try this. We'll bring Austin in. Austin, are you there?
Oh, he's daft. Yeah, may as well bring in Oreo.
Yeah, we'll try Oreo then. If not, we'll just 1v1. I mean, we'll give you an Oreo, are you there?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Alright. I have you and Waffles on, so you guys are gonna debate over which monster is better, and yeah, that's basically it. Just to make sure, Waffles is for Ouros, right?
Yeah, I have 2 opinions. I said the Ouros is better on defense and attack Tankerion, but yeah, overall Ouros.
All right, I'll let you guys debate each other.
All right. You go first.
No, you go.
My opinion, I think Tankerion's better. First off, with his thing where he has the artifact effect, because so I think that's the reason, because he doesn't get any stat effects on him, like bleeding, poison, and freeze and all that stuff.
What are you talking about? Both attack and defense, or?
I think that's what I'm meaning.
So, like, better for offense and defense is, I think that was the question.
Yeah, what's it for?
I'd say defense.
Okay.
Defense and for offense. Should I go next?
Yeah. Let's see what you
Okay.
have to say.
Yeah, I'd say, like, I agree with you. For defense, it would have to be Ouros because, if you put a Tankerion on defense, then he's a metal legend and he's probably going to be in the mechanical book. So cooldowns activate from a Tankerion. That's just instantly going to destroy him. But for Ouros, like even in general, Ouros, he can just sustain his life better. He can get double life, he can get regen, he can get shield, and that's the point of a tank. And even though Tankerion can stun 100% heal, that's a 6-turn cooldown. So like I said, Tankerion can just destroy him. And even though he has the ability artifact, that's still bad because if you try and regen him with any of your supporters, that won't happen because artifact also avoids any positive effects.
That's true.
Yeah. Before Rose, he can get life regeneration, so he can live longer. So then he can live through a burn or something, or he can give himself double life.
Mm-hmm.
See, yeah, and in general, yeah, like I said before, he can mega stun, but that's not the point of him being a tank. He can immobilize an enemy. That's good. That's why he's on attack. But in general, it will also be better because on attack, you can choose: do you want to return 100% damage, or do you want to use Everest? And the same with defense. If you use that return 100% damage, nobody will attack you, but everyone will go for your Tankerion because he doesn't have anything like mirror or double health.
Yeah. That is also a downside for Tankerion. He can't heal, so that is bad downside.
He can heal himself, but like it's a 6-turn cooldown. You're not gonna be able to get that for the rest of the match.
Yeah, but like say you're using General Ingvar, for example, like that has all allies stamina regeneration and health.
That doesn't work on tank. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't work on Tankerion.
Yeah, it only works. It could work on any monster that doesn't have the artifact effect. So I'm on that with Ouros.
Yeah, and when you look at it, is Ouros in any book yet?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
Is he?
No, I don't think he is. What book would he fit in? No, but for me, I don't even think he would fit in a book. So, like, he has less viability, but he still is a tank with, like, no big threat. Because in Earth, the only big threat, the Earth category, the only big threat he has is Brontes because he can Mega Stun. But for someone like Tankerion, he has so much threats like Tankerion or someone else. I forgot, but there was another metal legend that can do cooldowns activate. Like he had just so many threats, and now that he's gonna go in mechanical book, so he's still gonna have even more threats.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm done.
So am I.
Wait, so last question. Who is better overall, both of you? For one
Ouros.
at a time? Ouros and Oreo?
Ouros.
Ouros. All
Boy,
right.
I just changed your mind.
Because you came in as Tankerion, so you don't want to try to defend that position?
No.
No?
Yeah, I will say this, that Mega Stun can help you in so many situations. But like I said, cooldowns activate just destroys you.
Yeah, I think that's the main problem with me. Like, I like Tankerion as a monster on paper, but then when you look at his opponents, just cooldowns activated kills them.
Yeah, and his attacks are better, and his ultimate's better. We can agree on that.
Yeah. But you can also make the argument, you put monsters on, like, you could with the intention for them just to get their ults. I don't know.
Yeah, but how are you going to rely on a 5%?
Well, how are you going to rely on Ouros if in the Earth element he'd be Mega Stunned the whole game?
You can't Mega Stun the whole game, it'll just be for 2 turns.
I don't know, Brontes with 3 speed runes, Ouros running 1 speed and 2 life. I think you can get turns in enough for your Mega Stun to recharge.
Oh yeah, true.
I hate you.
I don't know. I said I don't know. This comparison is actually,
that's why you run 3 speed on Ouros.
It's one of the hardest ones I'll have.
Yeah, 3 speed Ouros.
Yeah, 3 speed.
All right.
Anyway, then
thank you both for your opinions.
You're welcome. Give me money. Wait, can I just say one thing?
Go for it.
Remember what I said. You have to give everyone a chance. Minimum 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Are you sure about that?
because I know
That's
this
fine.
hell for you.
I always put them back into the regular chat they were in, and then I bring them back multiple times. So we'll see.
If
We'll
you
see how
forced
this
it now,
progresses. We'll see
okay,
how
but
this
yeah,
progresses.
with Ruby, just give her 1 minute. Okay, see you.
All right, so it appears we have 2 votes for Ouros already. Starting off, Ouros is dominating right now. This is him, this little creature, this big mountain creature. Let's see if anyone is. I know. Okay, Dib is on. Awesome. So I'm gonna bring on Dib. Hey Dib, you're on live.
Hello.
And you're for
What up?
Tankerion, right?
Yep.
All right, let me try to find you a competitor. Let's see.
Alrighty. It won't be too hard. There's like several people that think Ouros is better.
Yeah, I see that.
I was like the only one in the Tankerion chat that I got on. I just joined it too, so that's saying something.
Were you able to hear the beginning? We have 2 votes for Ouros, even though I brought in a Tankerion person and they got their mind changed. So that was fun. All right, I'm gonna bring in eSonic and let's hope this works. eSonic, are you there?
Alrighty.
eSonic. We'll try another Ouros fan. Alright. Hello, Dr. Dova?
Oh,
You're on live with Dib and myself.
oh, hello.
Hello. Would you like to go first?
All right, so I assume I am arguing why Ouros is better.
Yes.
All right, so why I think Ouros is better is that he has one of the highest life stats in the game, and for a tank, that is extremely important. A life stat. And also his skills are pretty good. Is one that gives him life regeneration and double health. Another one that reflects back 100% damage, which is really nice. And he also can't be immobilized by stun and freeze. Pretty nice. Although he does have a really low speed stat, but yeah.
Is that your was that your argument?
Yeah.
Hey. So here's why I think Tankerion is better. There's quite a few number of reasons. One, he can't be denied or status effect, period. So that just saying that right away, you have to like literally break the man. You have to honestly physically break him. You have to double damage. You have to naturally damage Tankerion. And that can be a pain. I'm not gonna lie, that can be a huge pain. While it's true you can't give the man life regen, you can still bring monsters on your team that can solid heal him. So that's a thing, and just solid stamina refill if that's a problem too. Things the fact he cannot be possessed, like period, he can't be denied, he can't be frozen, and they can't control Tankerion ever. He's the best insta-killer. A lot of people love putting Ouros on defense simply because of his insta-kill. It's the hugest thing about him. Another thing with Ouros, a lot of people love using Brownies. Baba Yaga's a thing. Baba Yaga destroys Ouros as far as I'm concerned. Damage return, while it is really, really good, it's not very good against players. Because they can choose not to attack you. There's also a lot of monsters that they can bring with 0 damaging possession skills, like Lamu, for example. 1 turn cooldown, 0. It's like 0 damage, right, for that possession skill? 0 damage and it dazes, right, Armor?
I'm not sure if it's damage. My head is telling me it deals a little damage, but I think I'm wrong. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think the chat will let us know in a bit. I'll update you when they let us know.
Right, but yeah, but the hugest thing, I think it's just Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga there's like either negative healing or negates healing, and possesses. We're getting a new mountain monster. Probably the best mountain monster in my opinion, because he can single target possession. He has cooldowns activated, so theoretically speaking, he can beat the crap out of either or. And the thing with Tankerion, while it's true that you can stamina drain, while it's true you can cooldowns activated, that's not the main reason why you use him. You use him because of the insta-death. That's another thing why you use Ouros, because of the insta-death. So that's a huge thing. It's kind of weird because like in Ouros' case, you can possess him. There are ways you can deny him. There are ways that you can DOT him down. In Tankmerion's case, you have to solid kill him. So if the enemy didn't bring a double damage, anything like that to the fray, then they're gonna be there for a while. They're gonna have to take it down, and that's risky. It's a really risky thing to deal with. Of course, it depends on what kind of Tankmeron you fight. Are you fighting a Tankmeron with 2 life runes as a speed? Or are you fighting with a Tankmeron with 2 speeds at a life? That's just something that's, you gotta put into the equation there. And yeah, that's pretty much my reasons why Tankmeron is better, because it's a tank you have to solidly kill. And if your double damage dies, if your damage dealer dies, you're gonna be there forever. He also has healing skills, which is nice. Okay, so that's another thing I didn't bring up. Tankmeron's healing is straight up the bat. It's not like several turns later. The problem with Ouros' healing, it's turn-based, and he doesn't get that many turns in to begin with. That's a huge thing. Tankmeron can heal right away. It's instant. Is it shut down by cooldowns activated? Absolutely. But again, the main reason you use him is for that insta-kill. So if you get that insta-kill, it won't even matter at that point because odds are they're dead. Given that's a 5% chance.
Wait, I also believe Ouros has a skill that gives him protection. So you can use that
Juggernaut?
combined with the damage return. And so practically damage is always going to be returned to the enemies, no matter what.
You can remove that, though.
You could, but...
Anything else? Anything else?
Yeah, we're just kind of like we're both trying to think of something to add on to this conversation right now. It's like, oh shit, we both said everything we wanted to say about this. I'd say in a 1v1 fight, Tankmeron instantly wins just because of Mega Stunning. Especially if he has building a 2-speed and a life build, just Mega Stunning and just won't ever get to turn in. But I really do. I would really prefer Tankmeron over Ouros simply because they cannot have him. They cannot be possessed. That's the hugest problem with insta killers is you can possess them for the most part. For some of them, Noctum, for example, I like Noctum over Ouros too, simply because the enemy can't possess Noctum. So that means that's a huge reason why you even put him on. Again, insta kill. If they get it, there was no point in putting him on defense to begin with. The main idea is always that insta kill. It's the biggest thing about him. People get tilted when they get global stun. People get tilted when they get whatever Noctum's final ultimate is. It's tilting. That's the hugest reason why you put him on defense. And I would much rather have Tankmeron because you can't DOT him. You can put solid recovery on your defensive team to make him last longer. If you're worried about sustainability, there's ways to get around his faults. You can use Bowtie with the cooldowns reactivate. I don't know what the specific term is, but he can bring all of his cooldowns back up again if he got Tankmeron. There's just a lot of ways you can build around it.
I believe Collectus also has an insta-kill ultimate.
Collectus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what was Collectus?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's single or AoE, but yeah, he has an instant kill.
I think it's AoE. I remember this. This is a little bit off track, but I remember this one time I was facing a Collectus. He used his ultimate, and none of my monsters died.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
There's like a 50% chance to land.
Yeah, 50% chance, yeah.
It's a tough one. Do you want to add anything, Dr. Nova? Are you still sticking with your decision, or do you think they've changed their mind, or what?
I'm just gonna add one final thing before this ends. I think Ouros' design is really cool.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm still sticking with Ouros. Is better.
All right, and Dib.
I would just like to add, we're getting a lot of monsters nowadays too that stack multiple DOTs in one skill. And a lot of people love putting Ouros on defense. A lot of people love putting Noctum on defense. simply because of the ultimate skill. That's the hugest reason why. I truly believe that anyway. And being the fact you can't DOT Tankerion, you have to solidly kill him. I think that's for that situation alone. That's the better one. That's the one that you cannot DOT to death. If he does get a chance to do it, then you're in trouble. That's why I think Tankerion is better. In terms of skill, okay, in all honesty, in terms of skills, in terms of both of them are really good against AI opponents. Because AIs will attack you. AIs will do whatever. That's why Ouros is great sometimes on player attack, because they will go after the Ouros without charging. You can recharge. You don't have to attack Ouros. The key with Ouros is it just punishes impatient players, if anything. But beyond that, that's all he can really do. I would much, in all honesty, in terms of defensive play, I would much prefer other things because I don't want to rely on winning a defensive fight just because I got my ultimate. That's really, really risky. So I'd much prefer safer defensive options than those two, but whatever. That's all I have to say.
All right, Dr. Dove, anything else?
No, I have nothing else to add.
All right, thank you both for being on.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Okay, so we have a vote for Ouros, a vote for Tankerion, so that's 3-1 right now, with Ouros taking the lead. And Dib brought up a very good point, which I've touched on in the past, where sometimes you just put monsters with the hopes to get the ults, because that's really all you can do. It's like when let's say you're in the water category, right? You know the enemy's going to have a General Thetis. You know they're going to Stamina Devour. In that case, it doesn't really matter if you have like a monster with really good skills. If the enemy's going first, sometimes you just have to rely on that defense. And with tanks, with Ouros specifically, that's what people have been doing. Yeah, you can land a DOT, you can mega stun him, but with Tankerion, you can't do that to him. So as long as he survives, yeah, it's only a 5% chance to trigger, but that is a really, really good idea. Just hopefully you get tank warmer. Maybe you take out one enemy monster, they lose a coin in war. Maybe that's all it takes. So yeah, interesting. Let's continue to bring in more people, see what they have to say. All right, Donald, you are on.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, cool, I can hear you. Let me bring on one more person. eSonic, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, you're on with Donald. Donald, you're on with eSonic. I want you guys to wait. Did I do this right? eSonic, who are you going for?
Ouros.
And Donald?
I'm going for Tankerion.
All right, yeah, debates.
All right, let's start off with you, eSonic.
All right, so I have his stats up on another window. Like last time when there was an Ouros one, I went for Ouros because mainly of him being a good tank. And recently when I got him, I was able to give him a regeneration, which I didn't say, I think, in the last one. But I think regen is really good on tanks, because they'll be able to regen so much.
Anything else, eSonic?
Still like the damage return. But I also figured out something with Agurthus's or any reflection attack to have.
You figured something out with the reflections?
Yeah, I figured something out that if you possess someone with reflection and they give it to their self. Well, if you give reflection to itself by possession, they will actually be they'll actually possess someone else instead of reflecting that back, as one YouTuber I saw did.
Yeah, there's a weird thing that goes on when you have mirror stuff like that when you do the possession skill.
Yeah, that can happen.
Alright, let's give Donald a chance to explain his stance.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Ouros is I remember back then when Ouros was like the most greatest tank to ever have in defense. Like I can agree with E-Sonic. I always determined to get Ouros like when I came in the game 3 weeks later because I saw like, whoa, this monster's so great. So I would try to save gems. I had gems, and I didn't get a chance to save gems. And then by the time a month later, like from today, I barely got him from the Monster Show weekend. He is a great tank, I could tell you that. He has amazing stats. Unfortunately, the speed just backstabs him.
Yep.
And we got these amazing stats like Mount Everest, Troy, Ui. He can go down. Like, you can't. Like, I made Tankerion. Until Tankerion came, he interests me because speed. Yeah, he has decent speed. Like, just put him like at least a really high speed rune, a 2 speed runes, and then a life, and then he's a really good tank. And then, well, you can already tell by all of the stats, most of them heal. So he has healing support, part attacker, and part stunner. And since he has Mega Stun, which can, if we're going to a one-on-one like Tankerion versus Ouros, I think like no ruins, Tankerion would possibly win because he has Mega Stun, which would be a little bit hard for Ouros, and comparing to their speed, Tankerion might get a double turn, which he'll do 2 attacks or support himself, and Ouros might have a chance to get a special or might perform his double life. And you know how stressful that might be, like, to deal with it, which I can still see Ouros as far a great tank, but to me, Tankerion would be my favorite.
So I figured out, yeah, like you were saying with the Mega Stun, he can't, that can also bypass the mountain trait as well.
Yeah.
Not just stun immunity.
Yeah, I know.
We were discussing some of it before you brought us up.
Yeah. Just Tankerion might have a bit problem trying to take him down since he has, like, to me, it's basically, Ouros is like, oh, you destroyed my wall? Oh, well, I rebuilt it in less than a second. That destroyed that one. He's like, he's the world's fastest wall repair monster.
E-Sonic, do you want to say more on Ouros? Are you still on Ouros? Are you still defending him?
Yeah, I'm still defending him. I don't have much to say.
And then Donald, you're pretty convinced on Tankerion?
Yeah.
Alright, so any last thing both of you want to say before I get more people on here to give their opinions?
Just one. It's not trolling.
What is
it's
it?
not trolling.
What is it?
Is if Social Point lets you create a monster, not like you can make your own own YouTuber monster, but like if they give you a chance to make what element, what type of monster would you like what you want, a supportive, tank, or denier, and what would you put on it?
I think that's something I need to think about.
Alright, then I'm done.
Yeah. I'll get back to you on that.
Alright.
Alright, thank you. Thank you, Donald. E-Sonic, you want to say anything?
I agree. I do want to talk with Donald about that too, because I want to get more in depth on it.
All right, I'm gonna send you with Donald.
Okay.
All right. So we have another vote for Ouros, another vote for Tankerion, and once again, if you want to be a part of the conversation, if you want to give your opinion, make sure to join the Discord. There's a link in the description. I'm gonna bring up ArmorFan123 and Ruby. ArmorFan, you're on live.
Oh, nice.
Alright, I'm gonna bring on one more person and you're gonna be debating with her, okay?
Okay.
Ruby, you're on live.
Hello, hello.
That's my line.
Hi.
You're on with ArmorFan123.
Hello.
So Armor Fan really likes Ouros a lot, and I wasn't able to join one of the options you gave us, which is Ouros is better or Tankerion is better, because for 20 minutes I really sat there going, I don't know who is better. But so I'm gonna give the floor to Armor Fan 123 and see what he has to say.
Okay, so I think Ouros is better because he doesn't have the artifact trait, so he can get regeneration. He can get all of those buffs.
Mhm.
He can get burned, but that doesn't matter too much. And yeah, Tankerion has really high cooldown. So yeah, if you put down Timerion, you do cooldowns activated, and he's done for pretty much. So and also I like about Ouros that he has like the protection and double life. So everyone is gonna attack him, while he has like life runes. He can have like 100k life, so he's gonna have 200k life. So he's gonna be pretty much undefeatable, unless you put burn and poison and all that stuff on him. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you're saying, and I really did start out thinking that Ouros was better. He's been really reliable on defense for a really long time. I do have to give a shout out to Pokey Phase Phoenix, because we played around with Ouros' stats and we found out that he has the highest life in the whole game. She did the math, and at 130 with his double life skill, running all health runes, which you can choose not to run all on an Ouros. Yeah. But I wanted to kind of see how high it could go, and so if you run 16 life, which you would never do, and 3 life runes on him, his HP can be 800,000. So for a while, Ouros has been bae for that, super reliable. But yeah, so I started off with the reliable, trusty old Ouros, but again, I'm here defending Tankerion for a reason. Ouros is super, 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 super slow. Like, I think Tankerion speeds 450 faster. So, Ouros is never going to go first. Tankerion's never going to go first. And I think before either of them get a hit in, you're looking at your opponents hitting you 1 or 2 times, laying down DOTs more than likely. Everyone knows you take down an Ouros with DOTs. He burns, he bleeds. Even though his mountain trait's great, we all know how to take him down. Tankerion can't be affected by any of that. So all your shields though, that's what I was torn on, is like these shields. You can't put a shield on Tankerion. You can't give him regeneration of health. Hey, I have a question. Does stamina regeneration get affected by artifact?
Yeah, you can't do that because it's a positive effect.
But so if you run like an AoE stamina regeneration, like he doesn't get regeneration?
No.
On stamina? No,
he doesn't.
I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna assume it's no. Like, what's weird to me is you can still do like your own loop damage or your own space time. So it's like certain ones work, right?
Well, you can still stamina drain a Tankerion, right? So it would make sense if you could give him regeneration of stamina. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. I don't know. That was like a weird thought. I just don't know about that.
You can give him like 25% stamina, but you can't give him stamina regeneration because that is a positive effect.
Yeah, also no actual effects, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I do like that Tankerion has a Mega Stun. I think that would be really helpful sometimes, but yeah, it's still a tank, so you wouldn't be able to use it a lot.
Yeah, I like Tankerion's Mega Stun too. Ouros' job is to be a tank, but if you run all life on him, the enemy's going to get 2 turns in on him. And on the flip side, if you run all speed on him, he's really pointless. So this is kind of where I started to lean toward Tankerion. Tankerion's got a higher life at like 41.017. Did I say that right? Yeah.
41, yeah.
And
41.
yeah. And speed is, he's faster. DOTs don't affect him. So that's when I kind of chose that he was my favorite overall, because I think on Tankerion, I wasn't going to mention the damage on any of these tank skills because their job isn't to be a hard hitter. Their job isn't to be a denier with the mega stun. Their job is to sit there and be a tank. That's what this comparison series is about. Like the best tank, I suppose. But when I started to look at the runes that you would run on these guys, Ouros is going to get health or speed.
I'd say
and then
health.
Yeah, or mixture. And then Tankerion's gonna get. You could run strength on Tankerion. They're all single, enemy hits, but no one has an AOE. But he does 65 damage, 55 damage, 50 damage. I mean, 65 is a pretty decent hit. I would run a strength rune on any monster that had a 65 damage skill. Anything over 55, really. Whereas Ouros, he kind of is, 45, 35, 45. He's got 155 damage skill. So Tankerion's a harder hitter. He's got a higher base life. He's faster. Someone tell me his strength.
Go for it.
3K 454.
Yeah. And compared to Ouros, I don't know where that is.
Ouros has 44 more.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. But so Tankerion still has single target hits that are heavier. You could run a rainbow rune on that guy.
Yeah.
I'm really not doing a good job defending Tankerion, am I?
Kind of playing both sides.
So I mean, okay, here, how about this one? Regarding their own element, Tankerion really sucks.
Yeah, that's true
because of Timmy, right?
Because of Tankerion, yeah.
Yeah, he's alive, and Tankerion has a 6-turn cooldown skill. Yeah, it does heal one target by 100% and himself by 30%, but that's, if he gets a turn in, and Timmy's going to go first, the most of the defenses I see set up on PvP or anywhere is Timmy all single speed with team speed. I mean, so everyone runs Timmy as a denier. He's straight up a denier. Tankerion's not a denier. So that's if he... I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, I hear an echo.
Yeah, there's a slight echo.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of his skills are like 2 to 3 turn cooldowns. So I really don't think against his own element, Tankerion's good at all. Whereas Ouros, against his own element's kind of decent. I mean, he can compete against most other monsters. He's got a great trait, mountain trait. Whereas Tankerion just gets smashed by his own element, I think.
Yeah. He's never gonna use the 100% heal. I mean, a 6-turn cooldown, that's just, seriously.
Right? I don't know if he'd ever get that in against a metal, war. I don't know if he'd be able to use that. But just because you're not going to run all speed on the guy, so and that's not going to be your first skill you'll use either. So I don't know.
Yeah, and if you use Tankerion, you can use cooldowns activated. Tankerion can attack, and then you do Equalizer on Tankerion, so he has the same life as Tankerion, so then he'll be easy to defeat.
Doesn't Equalizer not work because of artifact? Is that a thing?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know. Write that down.
I feel like I've asked that
Let
before.
me know later.
I think Equalizer doesn't work on an artifact monster.
Oh, then he's a bit better then, yeah.
Alright, one thing I want to ask, I did mention this earlier, what about the fact that you just put monsters on defense sometimes just to get their ults?
Their ults.
Yeah, like if you're in the water category and you're fighting General Thetis, she's gonna stamina devours, so you just put up a water monster with a good defense, like a good ultimate, like Kaolic, that can drain stamina.
Kaolic does have one of the best specials in the game.
So you know that's a strategy too. Like
I
with
don't like
Ouros,
Ouros's.
you get mega
I don't
stun.
like his special. I feel
Well,
like it misses.
Yeah. Tankerion special is pretty good, to be honest. It's like 80 damage
Yeah.
AoE.
Especially if you're running the rainbow build for him.
Yeah.
Give him the strength,
But
80
still, I
damage.
like Oro still more because of that. Because he doesn't have the artifact glitch, that he doesn't have any effects. If that wouldn't exist, if Tankerion could get regeneration and stuff, he would be way too OP. He would be like, and if he didn't have that six turn cooldown, yeah. But that's why I like Ouros more. But
Yeah,
I
but
don't have.
Tankerion's special is a lot better. Even if it doesn't instant kill, it still does insane metal damage, which is gonna take care of most everything.
Yeah, I don't have anything more to say, to be honest.
I don't either. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
Thank you.
This is honestly a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know if I defended Tankerion very well, but like I said, I spent
Same.
20 minutes going back and forth. But I think for the purpose of being a tank, Tankerion takes the cake. Final thought.
I'd say Ouros, just because of that he doesn't have the artifact, and plus in Earth Wars he can be stunned, so that's pretty useful. So much Earth monsters have stun, so yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you both for being on.
Thank you, Armor. Bye.
Later. Oh, what a tough comparison. I like this comparison. I also don't like it, just because these are both tanks. They're both meant for defense. They both have their weaknesses. Ouros can be mega stunned. He can be possessed, 2-turn possessed. He can be DOT'd. Tankerion can't be any of that, but he can still be cooldown activated. Well, so can both of the monsters. They can still get stamina drained. Oh my gosh, it's the artifact. Why do they have to have the same ultimate? Why does he need it? Why does he have a mega stun? I don't know. We're gonna keep on bringing more people. Let's see what you guys have to say. Right now, Ouros is still in the lead by 3 votes or 2 votes. And don't forget, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this in the beginning. If you still want to be a part of the conversation, but you don't really want to go on live and give your opinion and talk, maybe you're shy or anything, there is a link in the description to straw poll, and I'll bring that out at the end of the stream, and then we'll see who's winning. So you can still vote, you can still participate. You don't have to come on live. You can still participate, so make sure to do that. Let me bring on a couple more people, see what they have to say. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, you're on live. And
Okay.
Hold on. Let me bring on one more person so you can debate with them.
Hello, hello. Did I say it first this
That's
time?
my line. Everyone, that is my line. All right.
I did it last time, and I'm gonna do it this time.
You're gonna do it forever, I feel. All right, you both are ready?
I will.
Ready to
Yeah.
debate? All right, go for it.
Yeah.
Whichever one of you wants to start, go for it.
I guess I'll start.
Well, okay.
Wait. Okay, I guess I'm starting. Ouros is better. Well, he might not be better as like some hybrid tank, whatever you'd like to call him. But Ouros is. These two monsters are meant to be tanks. And tough. These two monsters are meant to be tanks, and Ouros does the better job at it. Because he has, maybe his stats and his trait won't reflect that, but his skills is where he starts to look like a real tank. With skills that give him life regeneration, he has a skill that gives him 100% return of incoming damage. He can gain himself a shield, and he can gain himself double life and protection. With that, Ouros will like almost never die, except if he gets DOT'd burning like that. But that's why you have regeneration.
Yeah, I'll see that he will never die, but Tankerion
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I see he'll never die. But Tankerion would never. If you use a life from him, he's almost dead. Sorry. he could use his active soldiering as 100% heal. If you run both his healing skills, he can heal.
But here's the thing: if you heal yourself by 100%, if you lose 100% life, you're dead. So you're never gonna take advantage of that 100% life that you're gonna get. Double life is like guaranteed, I guess you could call it, and you can't remove it. It's not like a shield remove skill.
Well, you never need to. Like, of course, if you lose 100% life, you're dead. But that's one thing. If you have only 25% life left, you can't heal with a 50% heal or regeneration. You can heal completely by 100% heal.
That's a good point.
You're losing momentum. Keep it going.
I'm trying to think of what to say. I'm still not mentally prepared for these streams.
That's alright.
I guess you could say, like, Tankerion has, like, a better speed, and he has some deny skills, but he's so slow that you're never going to take advantage of those deny skills. You're never going to give Tankerion 3 speed runes, because there's other better monsters, Hackster, Glitch, anything else. Even, no, Demise doesn't count. Or maybe she does.
You know what? I had an interesting thought right now when you said that. If you were to give him 3 speed runes, he'd be the second monster to go most likely because no one else except the enemy deny would win 3 speed runes. And at least you're guaranteed a hit with like a mega stun or a stun.
That's actually kind of a good point.
Yeah, because like if you're facing someone that has an AoE possession, you can like run Tankerion 3 speed runes, not get possessed, and then mega stun the enemy monster. That's interesting.
If you want Tankerion for like mega stun, you would be better off going with someone like Brontes from the.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like just in terms of metal, but again, Tankerion on defense just kills you. That's the only thing I hate about Tankerion. That there's a Tankerion that exists.
Yeah, and Tankerion has like artifact, which means he can't get hit by anything. Blah blah blah. And also, Ouros is better for defense because no matter what you do, you're gonna defend yourself in like some way.
Yeah, there's one thing I want to say.
You could give yourself. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, okay. Where I start? Men will think. Now I'm kind of going on Ouros' side, but don't think Ouros is better. But many will think Tankerion artifact skill trait is better than Ouros' trait. But I just noticed a few days ago that you can't land positive effects on artifacts either.
And can I also mention, at least for Team Wars right now, Ouros is better. Tankerion he's in Underworld. Tankerion is probably gonna be in Mechanical, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Maybe something like. Never mind, nothing else.
Yeah, he only looks like Mechanical to me right now.
Yeah. Ouros sort of looks Evil Legion. Look at his dark red eyes of evil. They both have good traits. I'm really starting to lose momentum now.
It's all good. Do you guys want to give a final statement, a final conclusion?
Ouros is better.
Well, comparing their special skills, Tankerion's better.
Well, yeah, because he has the added on. He has the added on metal damage.
Comparing their trait, technically, Tankerion is better.
Oh yeah, because Tankerion.
I see Tankerion is meant to be a tank, but it could also be run as an attacker. You won't. He can.
Actually, you know what? If these monsters face one-on-one, then Tankerion would actually probably go first, and then he could have used Mega Stun Oros.
Yeah.
Or wait, does the immune to stun affect Mega Stun? I'm not sure because Mountain is different from immune to stun.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Mega Stun bypasses.
So one-on-one, Tankerion would probably win, but how often are these guys gonna face one-on-one? Probably not the most often.
This reminds me of the Tiger and Patreon stream you had.
Like they're both good, and it's like which.
Yeah, they're both good. Except
it's hard to hear
think
because they're different elements. They both. It's hard. I think this one's really hard. There's
I don't
no
know.
right answer.
I feel like a Gursus and Tankerion would be pretty good.
Yeah, because he actually
comparison. They're both
Like-
like semi-tank attackers. They both have like the highest health in the game. They're both pretty similar in some ways, except I think Tankerion will win it.
Tankerion and the Gursus is more similar than Ouros and
Yeah, but I
Tankerion.
don't want to go in depth of another comparison that's completely off topic of this.
No.
So, thanks for having me on the stream.
Thanks for being on and giving your thoughts. Alright, thank you to the both of you. Alright, so this debate continues. I think we're gonna do 2 more rounds, maybe 1 more depending on who is on left. So I'm gonna keep bringing people on. We have Cool Monkey. Hello?
Hello.
You're on live. Let me move the volume a bit.
Hi.
Hi, you're on live. Let me bring on 1 more person so you can debate them. Hello?
Hello. Hi.
Alright, I have Cool Monkey and Mutant Dwarf. Both of you are on. Go ahead and debate. Give your opinion on who's better and why.
This is better because of every move he has does not really take any cooldowns. Which he can actually save his own team if they're low. It also has regen.
Okay, he has a protection, double life, and he has a self-regeneration skill.
Well, Timerion doesn't have any of those. Well, he does have heal. What Ouros can do is actually have positive effects on him, which can help him more. If he has artifact, he can't really have any good effects. Ouros can't be stunned or frozen, which can help against water monsters and earth monsters.
Then Mutant Dwarf, what do you got to say?
I like Tankerion because of his. It's good because it's like the same thing as Global Storm, but it does damage as well. So you can put strength runes on him, so he might be able to kill the team. Also, he has some good skills like 55 tons per inch Mega Stun. That's very good. Plus, he's quicker than Ouros, has higher life.
Yep.
He also heals a target by 100 and heals himself by 30.
Anything else?
He has artifacts, so he can't be stunned, possessed, frozen, mega stun, hack, corrupted, all those DLTs. There are stamina drain and cooldowns activated, but no one even uses Timerion or General 30s because there's just so many monsters with 0 cooldown attacks and 0 stamina cost skills. Like Hydrotilla, Jasister, and the new Samael, the new Metal Nemesis.
I would say a lot of people probably don't have those monsters though.
And it's $20 to get an Estus monster and $30.
And then Jazzy Star was just the last one in the maze, so he was really hard to get.
Yeah, but there are still other
Yeah,
monsters.
but they exist. They exist.
But luckily, there is one thing in common for Taimyrion and Ouros. Skill. Even though Taimyrion can do damage, which is good for you, 50% chance it cannot be increased.
Yep.
Okay.
Any last things for you, man?
Nothing else.
Ouros does have skill, but apparently effectively the same as Taimyrion, but just does no damage. That's the only bad thing about him. And his speed sucks, but he's only meant to be a tank.
Mhm.
That's only to absorb damage for the whole team.
Yeah, but you can just use AoEs, and there are a lot of good monsters that do high damage AoEs.
But Ouros does have Juggernaut, so if his whole team's low, instead of them all dying, actual Ouros can die, while his whole team can attack freely. And yeah, I don't know why I bring him up, but Tankerion is the same, but it's only best technically for defensive, not attack. Where Ouros is technically defensive, but can attack as well. That's,
You don't think Tankerion can attack also?
but he will usually get targeted by the AI
Yeah,
if
that's true, but you do have like the Mega Stun, so you have denial on your side.
and that's the only good thing. But even though Tankerion can actually deny everything, he can actually deny even good effects.
Yep.
The artifact trait is best. But for Ouros, he's only good against water monsters and earth monsters for the stun, or even more. Only thing that's Ouros' weakness is mixed stun.
Yep.
Tankerion can do. That's good for you. Well, for Ouros, he's only good for being a tank.
Are you supporting Ouros or Tankerion?
He's 40 more Ouros.
Huh.
Trying to help you out as well.
Alright, I'm gonna give you guys one last statement. Whatever you want to say about whatever monster you're defending, go for it.
Ouros is only better for being a tank, and also for denying stun and freeze.
Alright, and Mutant? You want to give a concluding remark? Mutant? No?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So clear.
So I was that the protection is good on Ouros, but you can just use a monster with AoEs, and there are a lot of monsters with with the 50 damage AoE, like for example like Exoscale, Pinky Flash, you know, those kind of monsters that do heavy damage. They can wipe out the whole team. So it's not going to be useful against monsters like that. Or like Voltec, he also has AoE. So he can just like attack, and then just...
I think against Voltic it'll help. Because
Yeah.
only static shocks, the residual damage isn't that strong. I think Ouros would save you really. He'd be really good against the Voltic.
But there are other monsters with AoEs that are good though.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I don't think it's that much of a help.
Yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna get more people to see what they have to say. So none of you change your mind.
Bye, Armor.
You're sticking with who you began with?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, thank you. Thank you both
Bye.
for being on. Later.
There.
Alright, so this is going to be the last one, and then I will give my opinion on who I think is better. And I still haven't decided. This is such a difficult stream. So yeah, 2 more people, and then I'll go, and then we'll look at the straw poll and see what everyone has to say. Alright. This kid, hello?
Hello.
Hey, you're on live.
Thank you. This is my first comparison series.
Oh, awesome. Let me bring in one more person. On your first comparison series, you're gonna have to debate with someone. So
Oh, great.
Let's see how this goes. If he's there, Z. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, you're on live.
Okay.
Alright, whichever one of you wants to start first, go for it.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
So I think Ouros is better because he's just self-sufficient, so he can like stand 3v1s by himself. Like he has everything he can. He has everything. Like he has. Yeah.
He just left.
Yeah, he was doing so good too. He had so much momentum, and then he died. Oh, that's sucks. Alright, you go. Give me your thoughts.
Tankyrion's better because the problem with Ouros is that with his double lives and such with that, it can be removed with those moves that removes positive effects. With like he has regeneration, it can be removed with those types of skills. But with Tankerion, his healing move can, so he doesn't get regeneration, but he can give himself precision with one of his 2-turn cooldown moves. And I feel
precision won't land on him, right?
I think you can put it on himself too.
I don't think
so.
so.
You can,
I think the artifact doesn't allow it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to mention. For people that were talking about this, you could technically give precision to Ouros, increase the chance of landing his ults, whereas for Tankerion you can't do that. But then the reverse is true. You can blind and daze Ouros, so then that reduces the likelihood of his ultimate landing too. So yeah, I mean, go for it. Sorry for interrupting.
Sorry, it's okay. But I like how he can split up his healing, or he can just give all his healing to himself. And I feel like his 6-turn healing move can actually, I feel like having that cooldowns deactivated might actually help for once.
Mm-hmm.
So
like that,
yeah, like that Timerian stop time, he could go ahead and mobilize a monster, and then with his extra turn skill, he can use cooldowns deactivated, so he can have, so that Tankerion can have his healing move back, and then Timerian stop time will be able to, you will be able to use that skill again, as well as that healing move by Tankerion.
Mm-hmm.
What I like about Tankerion's ultimate is that it actually does damage, as well as have the chance to instantly kill all the opponents.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it doesn't land the instant kill, you can still deal a lot of damage to all of the enemies.
Yep.
And also with his Megastun skill, Megastun, and that can also help with cooldowns deactivate. You can use that, and then I don't know why I'm talking a lot about the cooldowns deactivate, because I don't normally use that move.
Yeah,
I use cooldowns activated.
I don't run it myself, yeah. But it feels like when you look at a monster with high cooldowns, you're like, maybe there's a way I can work it in to where it actually benefits me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say. Thank you for having me on here.
Thanks for being on. I hope you enjoyed your first time on.
Bye.
Later. Alright, so we have yet another vote for Tankerion, and that is going to conclude it as far as people calling. Really quickly, I want to bring up the straw poll, I think. Let's do that. Let's bring up the straw poll. Let's see what the majority of people have to say, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts. I was going to do my thoughts first, but I just want to see what everyone is saying. Alright, straw poll says Tankerion with 25 votes. Let me refresh it, make sure it's alright. Tankerion with 25 votes, Ouros with 18 votes. So 58% of the people that voted are... Oh wait, scroll down. There's a comment. Oh, you guys can't see it, but there is a comment. I wonder if we're comparing Tankerion and Ouros today based on tanking or overall, because if it's overall, then Tankerion would win. If tanking only, then Ouros wins. So Ouros is better just for exclusive tanking purposes. Overall though, Tankerion is better. Ouros is a great tanker, but other than that, he's useless. Tankerion is better overall because he can deny Ouros and be an attacker and an tanker. So, alright, cool. That was that's cool. That's good insight. So, anyways, it's 25-19, and to give you guys my thoughts, let me get rid of the straw poll. This is a really difficult, like super difficult. See, you know what? Let me just go down the line. Let me go in a very logical manner. Ouros, power higher than Tankerion, life lower than Tankerion, speed lower than Tankerion. So Tankerion wins there. As far as traits, we have Ouros who's immune to stun and freeze. We have Tankerion who's immune to everything essentially. Both monsters are still susceptible to cooldowns activated. Both monsters are still susceptible to stamina drain. However, if they were to get cooldowns activated or stamina drained, well, guess what? Then that's where their ultimates come in. Where Tankerion has a better one, because not only is it the same thing, instant kill, 50% chance, it's also 80 damage, 80 metal based damage. So far the only thing Ouros beats him in is the power. It's slightly stronger, and power doesn't really matter with tanks because they're not meant to be attackers, they're meant to tank. That being said, Tankerion can run the strength build if you, or I guess a rainbow build if you want to, and he can kind of be more offensive than Ouros can, even on defense. With that said, let's talk a little more about the traits. One thing about having artifact, a lot of people mentioned, is that you can't add positive effects. You can't give them a buff. Not that you would really want to give any of these monsters like a strength buff or anything. You can't give them life regeneration, I think is the main thing, to Tankerion. However, you can give life regeneration to Ouros. In fact, one of his skills gives him life regeneration. So he's more sustainable, which is incredible, right? He's a tank. He's there to stay alive as long as possible. Hopefully get your ultimate, wipe out the enemy. Now, the thing is, because he doesn't have artifact, he only has mountain, he's still susceptible to being blinded. Can you imagine this monster being blinded? That really reduces the likelihood of global stomp landing. Or what if he's blinded and dazed? Or what if he's, especially DOTs, that's what everyone mentioned. That's how you bring down an Ouros. You burn him, you bleed him, you poison him, you do whatever DOT you can. You even add nightmares in there. You add literally whatever you can. So while it's true he can give himself life regeneration and recharge 20% of his life, there's still effects you can land on him. We also have sunburn, we have ignition. I think we're getting more monsters with ignition. So more and more we're getting more DOTs that are going to be able to be used against Ouros. You can also do negative healing. So can you imagine you put on your life regeneration, you give him negative healing and he loses life? So I don't know. The thing that everyone said about artifact, you can't give him buffs, I don't think that matters too much, just because of all the debuffs that exist in the game. Like I mentioned, the DOTs and blind and daze, that reduces the likelihood of Ouros. He can be mega stunned, he can be possessed, which possession is like, it's neither good nor bad, because if you look at Ouros' skills, he has like a self regeneration, he has a self small shield, he'll deal damage to a teammate or to himself, but it's very minimal. You know, he'll have base power, 45 damage, that's not much, 45 damage, that's not much. He has a self skill, so he has a return on, he has 2 self skills, so 4 of his skills, 2 out of his 4 skills are self skills, the other 2 just benefit him. So even if he's possessed, it doesn't matter too much. If he's possessed and gets his ultimate, that's when it matters. So I hate this one so much. My heart says Ouros, my mind says Tankerion, but who's better overall? I just feel like, I'm just thinking in terms of purely tank purposes, Ouros takes it. However, when I think of what like Dib was saying, if you run a monster purely for defense, even if you get cooldowns activated, you're still relying on that 5% chance to get your ult. This one's just really hard. I want to say both, and I also want to say neither. I don't know. Tankerion's a little more flexible. I talk too much about Ouros. Tankerion, like I said, you can run the same build as Ouros, you know, 2 life and a speed, or you can even give this monster or you can give Tankerion a strength, a life, a speed. Run the 55 tons per inch, you know, mega stun. Run the 65 damage because that's strong. Run maybe even the 45 or maybe 2 healing skills. If you do get your ults, it's going to be 80 damage plus your strength rune plus his power. This one's just really hard. I don't know. I don't really have a definite answer. I started off going with Ouros. I kind of shifted towards Tankerion. Right now I'm split between. I really don't know who to vote for. I'm sorry that I made all of you guys choose and decide which monsters, because this is a really hard stream. I think this is a really hard one. Let's go back to the straw poll and see if you guys have changed your minds, if anything. 26 to Tankerion, 20 to Ouros. So yeah, Tankerion is still in the lead, and as for me, I don't think I can really decide, and that's actually going to be how I'm going to be ending the stream. And I will say thank you all for giving me your thoughts, whether you voted on the straw poll or whether you went online and voted. Thank you all so much. I know this was a difficult stream. If you guys want, right now in the Discord there is a lot of people in general chat, a lot of people having fun, so make sure you join and be a part of the fun. With that being said, I'm Armor Gaming. Thank you once all again for joining me, and like always, remember to dream big and pursue your passions.